What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 12 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Tiktaq'to Mortal Empire's expanded campaign. So we ended up last episode while in the midst of the end turn, immediately after fighting a big fight with Gorok, who acquired himself a nice heroic victory after fighting two rather elite stacks of Skaven, certainly much better than our own stack in terms of unit capabilities. Unfortunately for them, the jungles favor the lizards. Afterwards, we had a expedition dilemma and chose to deal with the ambush of the enemy. Or us ambushing the enemy orcs here, including a pile of enemy trolls and savage orcs, generally speaking. It says Pyrrhic victory, so we've no choice but to fight it, and so fight it we shall. Should be fun. Go. Oh, wow, look at that. The Savage Orc Shaman takes a massive blow from... was that just the Expedition Chief firing him? Oh, he's at 1.1k weapon strength. That's actually pretty solid. I suppose that unlike the Skink Chiefs, which have 500 damage, the Expedition Chiefs do hit a little bit harder, and it seems they launch 2 projectiles as well. Alright, I like that. And that's with 40% physical resistance, but unfortunately for the Savage Orcs, even though the auto-resolve said that it would be a Pyrrhic victory, the Savage Orcs' reliance on physical resistance is something we specifically built our expedition armies to counter. So we've got magical damage on every single unit in here, and the enemy is going to suffer for it. Over in the back line, we deployed our two of our units of Kroxigors, one sacred, one regular, to defeat the 3 enemy units of river trolls, which get to routing pretty much immediately. Trolls, of course, have notoriously low leadership, so that should hardly be of any surprise. The head of the enemy column, similar to the rear, has been absolutely obliterated, and the Lord is done and the Savage Orcs are out, and only the Boar Boys and Spider Riders, the Cav, I guess, remain in the fight. Our Oracle on Troglodon is leading a few Kroxigors and the Saurus in the fight against the remaining Boar Boys, but it looks like with the balance of power shifting to about 90% in our favor, the battle won't be lasting all that much longer. Hardly surprising, of course, it's an ambush, and these generally go by very, very quick. The fact that the enemy is ambush debuffed as well probably helps a fair bit. And, okay, the Spider Riders haven't yet routed, alright, while the Summoned Ripperdactyls can help out. And again, the Summoned Ripperdactyls being really nice for the expedition forces as well. Certainly needed against certain armies. I just gotta now close the distance with those Forest Goblin Spider Rider archers and the Boar Boys that rally. It looks like they're trying to get a little bit in the way of cycle charging in, but every time they make contact with our Saurus Spears and our Kroxigors, they're just getting more beat up. Alright, there we go. They're charging back in. Since we're significantly slower than the enemy cavalry elements, we actually have to wait for them to actually, be brave enough to charge at us. But it looks like we won't have to do so for much longer as the bounce power shifts to fully in our favor in the last remaining Boar Boys and Spider. Oh wow, that Saurus went flying right into the screen. Last of them shatter, and with that, the battle is ours at last. Lots of work for our Kilken Riders to try to keep chasing enemies down, but, that's what they're here for, at least one of the reasons they're here for, and it looks like they should be able to bring those Boar Boys down. Alright, quick. Lovely. Alrighty, there we go. Definitely a nice ambush, and thanks to the hunger trait that we've acquired on this particular army, our army took very few in the way of losses. We'll certainly take the 2.5k for our reward here, and great job to the Kroxigors for absolutely wrecking those river trolls. Release captives, which should be just about the end of the turn as well. Sword of Cain claimed, Rite of Primeval Glory performed from the last defenders. There's that Sun Standard of Chotek. We have, Been present in Tzeentchian territory for a fairly long time on the tech thieves. I'm a little bit worried about the armies that have been present in the Tzeentchian territories now as well. You failed? What was your chance to succeed? 54? What the heck? How did that happen? Oh, my bad. It's because you're exhausted from killing that dude. Yeah. Alright. I should have remembered that. That was my bad. I'm just happy that the hero didn't die attempting it. Anyway, you lose that pterodon. We've been paying for that, and we shouldn't have been, and then you do the same. There we go, my bad. Alright, and we'll just keep on annoying these poor Chaos Warriors. Stealing their attack. As weird as that sounds from a Lizardman perspective. Anyway, Tiktaq'to, you're moving up to the Lion's Den, and look how far you can travel now. Lord Croak is going to be valuable in this army for us to make up tons of territory out of resolve. And fortunately, the Chaos Warriors here are pretty poorly defended, so they can't really do anything about any of this. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Anti-Corruption Alignment of Order. And then, looks like we'll be fighting some Dark Elves, the Corsairs of Spite, relatively soon. Always nice to see. Alright, that was Tiktaq'to. Ezozyme, are you in range of Grotrolex's Lighthouse? Indeed you are, so proceed. And Digga, you'll reinforce and leech XP. In a second. Ooh, hello. Ezozyme has reached rank 10. Oh, it's rank 12 that we need. Alright, I'll just keep on waiting then. And I got excited. For nothing. You go here. And we'll move together to the Sinhal monolith. You guys haven't retaken the never-ending chasm, unfortunately, but no, what can you do? Alrighty. Attack. Auto-resolve. A little bit of damage, but not so much that we have to be concerned. And occupy. We're not collecting income here, and I guess we'll keep the growth again, but we'll build the Grand Plaza because the public order is definitely going to be needed in this new territory. Alright, Quetkar. You're kind of stuck, so just build up the... Oh, wow, it's expensive. You know what? Hold off on that lodestone. I think we have better things to spend our money on at this time. I also note that we have 100 alignments, meaning it's probably a good time to get... show. Alright, you're in this territory. Now... what do we have here? Can we risk auto-resolving this? The enemy are pretty badly beat up. Admittedly, we are damaged as well, but if the enemy main stacks have been destroyed, it will hopefully not be super concerning. This is definitely a risky thing to do. Can we power up our auto-resolve in any manner? We can go for the barrier hit points and weapon strength via Blessing of Quetzal. That's something. Skink Priest to Beasts, you should have the Minor Blessing of Quetzal as well. And, oh right, but what I was going to say is we want to use the spawning sequence to get another Blessed Saurus unit in here, but we can't do so right now. I mean, yeah, we could attack this and suffer effectively very little casualties, but it's such a waste of time. Alright, I'm gonna risk it and just hope we don't get screwed. That's okay. I mean, we're damaged, but not so damaged that we can't fight off a foe. Hit up to the place, and freak you with darkness again. Lovely. You also got a Beast Layer here, which, well, unfortunately it would take 2 turns to get the Bastillodon with the Reviv Crystal, but we do need a couple for Gorok as well. Yeah, a couple of Basties with Reviv Crystals, and 4 to 5 Cherubins with Gunners, plus a line of Saurus is going to be a magnificently sort of turtley army for Gorok. And we'll see what other kind of defensive traits that we can get him. Since that's what we're leaning into. You can collect the income for now. I'm not going to waste the money on the skink... Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to waste the money. I think that skink cohort can go now. And what do we have in terms of... Okay, so none of these guys are going in this particular army. Frankly, we could get the Spirit of Tepok to Tiktaq'to, but it is a little bit on the expensive side, so maybe we wait. Here, I would like to get the Saurus Spears with shields. And we'll get another Saurus Spears after. What can you guys get upgraded to? So we have Spawning of Quetzal, which gives you regen and replenishment. It's a Tlaqua, which gives you unbreakable magic attacks and banishment. And then Tsunki, which gives you... Oh wow, you guys have really good options. This makes you more defensive, plus Frostbitey, which means you could actually... You could actually chase enemies down despite being super slow Saurus. Banishment is... It's not bad. And I don't dislike the Unbreakable. physical resistance reduction. But then, of course, damage resistance and replenishment. If we use you guys as protectors of the flanks and the tip of the spear, as it were, this will be really strong. It's good stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go with the regen. Another regenerating troop to follow with Gorok as well, which is pretty nice. Man, we could really use some more spawning sequence. Yeah, we could also get another Cherubin in here, but maybe we'll wait on that. Let me just see here. What do we have in terms of available eggs? So the Parasaurs, I know which army they're going to go into, but I think we'll wait on them for maybe an episode. Maybe we'll get them in another army. I would like to get you at least one more turtle, but I'm not sure that there's anything I want to remove out of this army at this time. So I guess we'll wait. What we can, though, do is actually spend the points, unfortunate though it may be, on replenished troops for these guys. Only unfortunate because I was intending to transfer these to another army. In fact, to the army down here. But it'll have to wait. And then Washti, how much would it cost to recruit regular Saurus? A fair bit. We're probably better off just going for the blessed variants over time. Especially since there's other stuff to do. Yeah, you know what? Sit there. We'll be good. I hope. We'll see. Anyway, let's continue. Ooh, how many turns do we still have of the Mastery of Reproductors? I'm almost tempted to get the next version of it right now, just in case these guys attack us and have had a secret army here all along. Also, how many territories do you have? 3, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we need to go to the marks of the old ones and then back around to the Start Tower. And oh, also, the Altar of the Horned Red is one of the... I think it might be the only, or is there a second one? The only community canon... rename... Monument of Thunder. The only community canon rename of a actual settlement, which is a fair rarity. So, yeah, you're a Monument of Thunder. And I guess this is where we should probably... Well, I mean, not right now. Oh! Washti might be a decent option to rename to Talashbach the Thunderer. Kind of appropriate, actually. Who's a community canon lord who named the Monument of Thunder after an absolutely epic defense that should have, frankly, been a loss against wave upon wave of pestilence rats in a previous campaign. So yeah, you guys are indeed at war with pestilence, which, yeah, is not good. I don't want you to take the Sentinel of Time, though I suppose if we grabbed... Hello, Skull Island. Oh man, there's so much to do. Anyway. Having fun, though. Yeah, alright, so let's spend some money, and we'll deal with that afterwards. What do we have in terms of buildings? So Monument of Thunder we'll leave alone for now. Oishul now ready to be upgraded for ludicrous expense, but it is what it is. Gotta get you to tier 4. Here we'll upgrade Poxmarsh later. Here, definitely the Blood Swamps. And the Krogscore Labor District. And now you would be potentially vulnerable to enemies from the coast, but I think you'll be okay for... Well, you know what? Maybe let's build the skink lookouts and we'll delete them afterwards as needed. I'd rather not risk the place falling now that we've, you know, decently invested in it. Demonium kills... Let's at least upgrade to the tier 2s of the Grand Plazas here and in the Abyssal Glacier. So that we have 100% public order here. And then Shotel, we do have the skink lookouts, meaning we're free to build the Krogscore Labor District, and then once we have money to build the Old One Monument as well. Diplo check. How's that Confed looking? Still not there yet, but eventually. Yeah, unfortunately we had no choice but to weaken the rats, and therefore... Oh, you guys are ready for the Defensive Alliance as well. We had no choice but to weaken the rats, which meant that... It's going to be more difficult to confederate these guys, but we'll see. We should eventually have some bonuses in terms of getting easier confederations by virtue of the fact that we will have massive public or massive bonuses. Oh, we sailed right by the Sea Corps. Massive bonuses to a relationship with other lizards. Yeah. Anyway, I believe we're good other than what? Oh. We actually have enough money to build whatever it was I wanted to build, and I no longer remember what it was. Come on, Ruinous. What are you doing, man? I think it was a public order building somewhere. Jungle of Webs? No. River Curveza? Yes. Shotel, go for that Old One Monument. Which again, we're kind of building everywhere, but you know, additional money out of it, plus public order, which in SFO gives us Winds of Magic Power Reserve Capacity faction-wide, and a little bit of extra research rate, which will never go amiss. Skip, 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 and end the turn. We did Grotrualex's Lighthouse, right? I think we did. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Huh. Well, that's my bad. I guess the Slan and the Sacred Pools is dead now. I was hoping that he'd survive, but it looks like he got taken out by the Blooded Wanderers. Darn. I really wasn't expecting them to actually take it. I think it's a magical forest, and it's their only high-tier settlement. Oh, well, what can you do? At least we got the... at least we got Quetgar early. If we can't have another Slan, then... Alright, looks like no further attacks on us. Another intervention. This one, I think we'll be able to auto-resolve. So let's take the money, and yes. And it's close victory. But it's kind of not worth fighting. Let's see how much damage we take from this. More than I'd like, I think. Can we risk... I'm gonna risk taking the money. We do still have the hunger in this army, which means it should still be strong enough to deal with this. Great Incantation of Xar, ally begins outpost, and recruit melee infantry. Oh, nice, free alignments. Alright, we'll actually be doing this... Oh! If we recruit one Saurus, this will counteract the Saurus recruitment costs. No, we don't necessarily have to do it right now. Fan waiver for Conquest Convoy. Actually, considering that they will be able to replenish an enemy territory once Studious is maxed out, this is actually possibly a worthwhile thing to do. In fact, we'll want to max out Studious first, so we'll do this, and then we'll put the extra point in there afterwards. Let's get Unseen Protector and start buffing up the troops, because after this we'll soon be doing the second and higher tier of Expedition. Gotta be prepared for it. I don't actually know whether we encounter stronger armies, but just in case we do, it's best to be prepared for it. Would you be able to land... Let's find out. Go for the Mysterious Island. And then head to Tarangnanar, whatever it is. Aggression. And... I think we can. Let's about to find out. Maybe it would be better to land. Well, it's too late now. Hey, we can. Auto-resolve. Beautiful. More levels for Lord Croak. And Tiktaq'to, yes, as well. Alright. Yeah, I'm laughing because I just realized that it's basically an all-flying army, but Lord Croak is a ground unit, so how is he being carried here? Did they just strap a bunch of the bunch of pterodons to him? Like, I don't know, like a couple helicopters carrying something. And then I imagined it and I started laughing. Although I imagine he'd be a little bit lighter thanks to his palanquin, but anyway. Anyway, how are these guys doing? Bad? Pretty bad. 2 territories remaining. Also, how's that Confed looking? Ugh. Sorry, Emerald Pools. Oh, did these guys beat back the... actually, no, they didn't beat them back. They just ran like a bunch of cowards. Well, Scroll Key, just keep fighting Tehenowin. Maybe he can Confed him. Maybe. If he's willing. Court of Libaras, still friendly. If you could just get a little bit friendlier with the other lizards, would be just swell. You know what? Maybe we do the treaties with them.
What would you have of me?
Let's just do it. Who knows? It's not like I'm super interested in their territory after all, so yeah. Anyway, Izozam. Ooh, so close to that rank 12. The army is continuing to run from us, and hopefully we'll meet up shortly. Go into encamp stance, and Digga will of course follow. But you're not too far away from each other. I don't think you are, though. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. And then you are going to go into Grotrualex's Lighthouse. Oh, you could actually immediately transfer. You know what? Let's do that. Transfer to Digga. And then you can be deleted to ferry other troops elsewhere. Isn't it lovely? I guess we're keeping Digga on field after all. Alright, you've done well. You will be reset, and I'm sure there will be more ferrying to do in time. Actually, what I wanted to check was, well... Yeah, we do have another Sotex champion. And this is the variant that Tyrannicon will be. So it might be good to get you on field right now and replace the guy that we just took out. Alright, fine, we'll do that. Because a bunch of the stuff from here will be split off into Talk Chick. Like Talks? I don't know. Yeah. Tyrannicon, champion of Sotek. Wait, yeah, I don't know if it'll fit. Champion of Sotek. Oh, champion of Sot. Okay, let's do Sotek's champion. There we go. We could have done champ of Sot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Another community canon lord and definitely the favorite of the Nakai campaign. Had an absolutely magnificent time because Sotek kept sending him trials, sending him and his army against constantly disgusting odds and tougher foes. But Tyrannicon was able to overcome them all in magnificent manner. Anyway, Washti, you were here to potentially get... You know what? Let's have you recruit... Oh, wow, 6k. Never mind. We'll wait until that's up. We have other stuff to spend money now. On now. Alright, now Gorok, you're kind of in a weird position. Oh, huh. These guys can't reach Monument of Thunder, can they? You can go to Monument, or to Marks of the Old Ones. Huh. Because this is actually kind of a weird situation. You know what? You're gonna go into ambush stance right here. I want to see if these guys will be willing to move towards a Monument of Thunder. The thing is, if we move here, these guys might take it because the garrison is basically unhealed right now. Also want to collect that income. I just build a Croc Square Labor District. Bit of an odd situation there, but not one we can do anything about. Anyway, Gorok, then sit there and try it. Let's do the Tech Thieves and keep on going. Keep on trucking. Like so. Ooh, Tech is nearly up as well. And last Tech Thief. We could probably use 1 or 2 more Tech Thieves as soon as we have a couple spare capacities as well. Certainly come in handy. Anyway, I would like to double check Diplo. I don't remember if I did it this turn, but I'm paranoid about missing a Confederation now. Thanks, game. And oh, Bordello Errant is having a bad time against Rakarthan Blooded. Well, yeah, fair enough. I can see why they'd be having a bad time against them. War Coordination, we're nearly maxed allegiance with the Order of Lore Masters, but they kind of have terrible buildings, so... And the stuff that we might want out of their faction, they don't have available yet. Alright, nothing to be built there, but let's do the Grand Plaza here. We'll keep these at tier 2 because we are looking to delete them eventually. Demonium Hills. I keep wanting to say Demonium Halls. Go for the Holy Ziggurat, and... Should we just build the Floating Gardens? Yeah, just do it. And just do it so we don't have to see it every turn. Frankly, I'd say the same thing for the Temple of the Old Ones, but it's so expensive that I think we're just going to have to leave it alone. Bastildon Lumber Carriers would be nice, but maybe we do the Chameleon Shrine. 4 Chameleon Skinks as garrison is pretty solid. So a Shlodolid will be unlikely to fall. And there we go. Alright. Why do I keep going to Diplo even though it's not needed right now. Anyway, I believe we are good to end the turn. I was wondering whether we could spend any allegiance anywhere, but I fear that we cannot unless we want to activate another Mastery of Ripperdactyls. Maybe we should just do it so it's not, so the allegiance isn't wasted. Why not? Mastery of Ripperdactyls. That's the one we'll probably be keeping on for the campaign, because I find it to be pretty superior to the rest. Anyway, end turn. Sorry, Wardens of the Emerald Pools. I really just didn't want to risk the massive public order loss for a single territory. I think it was the right move still. Like if I were to play it again, I would still do it that way. Obviously not so much if I had the foreknowledge of them dying that turn, but you know. Sometimes you gotta take a risk. Risky to get the bisky. And Oshiotla, would you please take the never-ending chasm? No peace, only war. Total war, one might say. Hey, these guys did close the distance. Fantastic. Let's hope that they can't get too far away so that we can kill them off and then move southward. And gotta wipe these rats out. And all rats, generally speaking. Hell, oh, wow. Good lord. They have 6 man-eaters with ogre pistols? You know, I'd love the extra specimens, but I think not. 6 man-eaters with ogre pistols is ridiculous. They would obliterate our serpent, our Croxagores. That's kind of interesting. If we were full health, I'd fight it, but at half HP, it's not worth the risk. Alrighty, and then Constructor, great. There's that Harrowing Pterodons, and... Oh, that thing's not ready yet. Alright. Now, the question is, we could go through determining... Oh, you know what? I was going to say determining great plan, but we're actually going to go through spawning first. I want sequence of the great plan for the massive additional increase to Lizardmen reputation, since we're looking to have them join us as soon as possible. We may also want to max this out to get the additional Lizardmen reputation. And then the other thing we'll really want to do is go through skinks ASAP, because the, not the upkeep, but the buffs for the skinks will apply to our convoys, which, you know, could need it. Yeah, and that wasn't the end of the convoy's run, is it? No, one more turn. Alright, fair enough. Tic-tac, it's you again, sir. Now, we've no choice but to complete the destruction of this little faction, so I guess we'll keep moving to their territory. And I did not uncollect the income here, did I? Oh well. Oh, I forgot that you had a spare slot. Let's get another Piriara in here. There we go, more different, hey, where are you going? Hopefully he doesn't sail and then go and annoy us. Anyway, let's upgrade you. Alright, back to the top. Ezozyme, you will go into no stance. You gotta be kidding me, you're just out of range? Well. What the heck? That was weird. I don't know why the screen went there while I was clicking on a settlement to steal tech, but it is what it is. Steal tech. Steal tech. Alrighty, back to this. I guess we've no choice but to wait. No chance Digga can reach it, can he? No. Well, darn. Alright, well, it is what it is. As things tend to be. Things tend to be what they are. You can suffer a turn of attrition just because what's the likelihood? You know what? Don't risk it. Or actually, I think you have no choice but to risk it. Watch the enemy try to kill him off immediately. If in March stance you are just not able to reach us, you know what? You can reinforce in March stance. Go right to the edge. No, right to the edge of this territory, right here. This guy can't reach you anyway. And then you can March stance to reinforce. I think that's the best way to do it. Alright, Quetgar is fine. Washti is fine. Gorok will kill this little army. Hopefully it can't escape. It's gonna go back here. Please don't tell me it's gonna go where we can't reach it. No, it's not. Okay, we're good. We're good. And you gotta be kidding me. And this guy came here too. And are you looking to take marks of the old ones before we get there? If we go after this guy, we should still be able to make it back to the Monument of Thunder. At least I hope we will. And if we're not, well, I suck. Auto-resolve. And free crown of command, take the money. And yes, in March stance, we can go back to the monument. Ah, free Eldred's Casket of Sorcery. Miscast, space chance reduction. I don't want to do anything with the minus control, but I think that will come in handy. You can hold on to the crown of command for now, but we'll get rid of it later. Alright. Quetgar and Washti, you're fine, so that's back to building up our territory and completing more expeditions. Alright, here we'll do another one of these floating gardens. Why are you at a 1.8k? Oh, I got so used to Quetgar being there to reduce the construction costs that, you know, all the construction costs feel super expensive now. Cancel. Alrighty. Just wanted to build the ancient harbor here instead. And, oh, we could build another one of these here. Or we could do another Krogscore Labor District. I'm gonna say Krogscore Labor District. Alrighty, and oh, if we build a labor district, we won't be able to upgrade Poxmarsh. Alright, start with that, and then we'll do the other thing after, because, well, we don't have much money. But we're working on it. Faction is rising now. Alright, skip, and end the turn, unless I'm mistaken. Alright, and then a couple more turns, we'll be able to get another... Okay, please fail on taking marks of the old ones there. And... Huh? You're attacking Tlaqua with this garbage? Why? I mean, we could fight it, but... Or you're attacking Oishal, rather. They have no chance whatsoever. Like, it's a settlement building, and this is, I think, a weaker army than, like, a third of this fought off last time the enemy attacked us. It's just not worth our time. Like, yeah, that's a lot of warp grinders, but they'd get obliterated by the Air Force, and the enemy can do absolutely nothing about it. Yeah, I think it's not worth it. Oh, wow, it's going to destroy a lot of stuff. Do we care? Like, yeah, again, don't get me wrong, we could fight it. It's just such an uninteresting army here. Eh. Not worth it, I think. Take the money. Alrighty, sorry, Lord Skrolk. You really should have gone after the, those guys instead. You had no chance. And especially since we already fought the defense of this particular place against against worse odds. Alright, looks like Hellcake backed off. King Hopros is still there. Huh, I want to take a look at the garrison at the Monument of Thunder. Who is this? Ben von Altorf. Oh, is that the guy that we ignored? But he doesn't really want to peace out. I'm not doing that. Oh, but then he'll sail all the way to us, won't he? Actually, you know what? We do have to peace out with him because he could walk down here and attack us. Let's not. Hopefully he doesn't walk down there and redeclare war on us. That would be quite the annoyance. And these guys are now going to... They're going to take advantage of the Lord Skrolk's destruction there. Ah, hey, we got a bunch of Ceropods. No Ceropod riders, unfortunately, but we'll make them into riders eventually. An unusual location at that Axolotl. We have minus 15 upkeep for all blessed units. Is that faction-wide? Immunity contact effects for all blessed... This is insane. Okay, we cannot afford to lose this. Like, this is worth more than half our faction's territories. I want to see if this is all blessed units. It is. Everybody's now immunity contact effects. Okay, yeah, this is pure insanity. Okay, if these guys declare war on us, okay, we have to be really careful about losing the place. Fortunately, the garrison is very strong right now, but good lord. Yeah. That's great. That's just great. But anyway, I'm not being sarcastic. But you know what? We deserve it because we don't have a lot of these locations, do we? As Lizardmen, it seems like the majority of unusual locations are chaos flavored, and considering that lizards can't really take any or get anything out of those, especially if you want to be loreful about it, like I do, then it's better to just, you know, embrace the fact that we have at least one very powerful location. Anyway, you are obviously staying in the air on your Pterodon. Wish that you could lock mounts so that you don't have to deal with them repeatedly. Also, you've leveled up a little bit. Might as well get Skink Commander. How's Lord Croak looking? Only one level since? Good lord, I thought he'd have more by now. Well, get Deliverance of Itza level 3. And just keep on leveling best you can. This is time for the other stuff to be fighting. Ooh, wait. So, this guy got unlocked now, right? An adversary has begun to target the site. Battles here will be unavoidable. It is recommended to dispatch our most capable... Ooh. Are we actually capable of this as of yet? I don't know. I think maybe we will level these guys up a teensy bit more. And, well, either way, I would send the... would we send this army or this army to them? Oh, we'd want to send this one because this is the one with the hunger, right? Yeah, if we're doing this special battle, we want the force that has the hunger, not this one, which is fine. What we can do is add this one for the next one, and so this will be our first second level expedition. Which means, where are the Manticuda Raiders? Here. I really want Manticuda Raiders for Tic-Tac, so this is where we're gonna send you. Dispatch. And, did I click it? I think I did. Yes. Oh, okay. I wanted to pick this, and then we'll do herd extraction this time. Our first one. We gotta do 7 of those anyway to, you know, continue doing what we're doing. Where the heck are you going? You're running, but this isn't your last settlement. Why are you a coward? Actually, speaking of, where are the confederations? No dice as yet. Alright. We'll keep an eye on you. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyway. Itzozyme, yo. Move to Sinhal Monument. Huh. You could actually reach this guy if you wanted to. You go here. We'll maybe use Digga to move into Sinhal. We'll use Tyrannicon to reinforce. Yeah, just wait. Tyrannicon to reinforce, like so. This guy's just gonna run, though. Auto resolve, nobody will die, I take it. More damage than I was expecting, though. And occupy. Oh, and we have 100 allegiance things again. Alignments, rather. Alright, you need to go into alignment of order to decorruptify the place, and I guess we could immediately upgrade Grotulex's lighthouse while we're here. We don't, in theory, need the underground lagoon here, but it is providing a little bit of extra garrison, so we'll leave it alone for now. This place is in the right alignment. There was somewhere else where we did a different alignment. I don't remember where it is, but it needs to be properly back aligned to... Okay, maybe it was... Oh, it was this place. Actually, no, not yet. We've got to wait for the chaos corruption to die down so that we don't have to deal with the enemy. And aha! These guys are getting a little army out here. Does that mean they're itching for a fight with us? It'll be concerning if they are, because we don't really have an army down there to deal with them. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye out. Also, I should have had the Tech Thief Steel Tech before moving down here. Alright, go to the Never-Ending Chasm. You have 10 turns, so you can always go up to Rakarth and deal with him. And we can always send a couple of these armies, grab the Skull Island, and move on to Lustria. Yes. We could also send one of them to Cathay if we wanted to, through one of the sea lanes. Certainly a possibility. Also, Gorkar the turtles? Okay, they're still rank 3. Hellkeek, I'm willing to bet that you can reach Monument of Thunder. Washti, I think we'll do this. We'll put you into March Stance, we'll send you out here. We'll send Gorok to grab Marks of the Old Ones, and then we'll put Washti to defend Monument of Thunder. And yeah, okay, just auto-resolve this. Okay, that's more damage than I'd like, but we're fine, Occupy. Alright, and then we'll pop immediately into the alignment of monuments for that construction cost reduction. You move on in. And stay there. Alright, Spittle is down to Star Tower, which is probably a tier 5 settlement, which will definitely be a fight for Gorok. But hopefully by then he'll have another spawning. Yeah, I fear we're gonna have to kill these Tomb Kings. Do we care about... Yeah, we care about the Sentinels of Time. That's the thing, and frankly, all of this as well. Who knows, maybe they'll just sack it. No, they won't, because they're close to bordering it. And I doubt that the garrison here is good enough. Well, whatever. It is what it is. We'll deal with it once it comes down to it. Yeah, so if we chase you, you'll just run, so there isn't too much reason to do it. Actually worried about Tyrannicon. I'm worried about these guys initiating an ambush. You know what? You're going to suffer a turn of attrition. You're going to move into here. You're going to oh, you can't reach it. Because these guys have that teleportation stance, right? And they would basically guarantee an ambush against Tyrannicon here. Well, unfortunate as it is, I think that means we need to reset you to make sure that you don't die. Reset all skill points. All good. At least we save a little bit of cash over the course of this turn. Now, you are probably not strong enough to kill Digga's army. So you can give chase to him. Suffer attrition as well, but he'll run, which is fine. Alright, and then he'll most likely attack this or run elsewhere. I guess we'll see. You can channel, and while we're here, we can also... There we go. Now we have 3 Kulkin riders in this army. To be put into another army, mind you, but nonetheless. Anyway, let's give them names. You can be Chocobo Raiders. You can be Chocobo ones. And you can be Sanders Swift Slayers. Like so, and we'll probably want another one in here. Yes. Ooh, you've reached rank 12. Warrior's Crest, I just noticed this. Then, definitely gonna want Dexterous Warrior to upgrade the Skinks, and then similarly, Skink Leader to upgrade the, well, also Skinks. Beautiful. Now, out of these, is there anything that would help the Skinks? Spell Resistance and Speed. I'm probably gonna go with Spell Resistance and Speed. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blessing of Tepok. Also feels appropriate because, you know, Tic-Tac and all. Anyway, we have Skirmisher in this army, which buffs the Skinks and the Nwatls, but what we will also want is probably Hunt Leader to upgrade these guys because they are also aquatic. Yes, so Hunt Leader. And then obviously move towards... Huh? Wait. Oh! Wait, the Red-Crested Skink Chiefs can get all blessings? Oh, that's interesting, I didn't realize that. Good for them. You. Skink Priest. Any skink helping blessing? We could do Tepok again, but it doesn't really help since we're probably not having flying units in the aquatic army. At least I doubt it. And none of this is very skinkily helpful, is it? Go figure. Like at all. It's a little bit disappointing. It's actually not helpful to the dinos that we have here. Maybe Minor Blessing of Ita will actually affect some of those units, but they're not listed here. Well, then we could probably ignore that and go Wild Heart and max out both Vissen's Wild Form and Flock of Doom, both of which are tremendously useful. Alright. Looks good to me. Quetgar. Again, I'd love to move you to here and then upgrade stuff, but, well, A, we can't afford it, and B, even if we could... Well, actually, if you're here, you might actually be able to afford the tier 5 now. Minus 21%? Yeah, just able to. Screw it. It's a lot of cash, but it's probably worth it. And then I guess we'll want to upgrade the Geomantic Spire. At least that'll be an easy turn of admin. I mean, and then we can... Well, I guess after Quetgar's done here, we'll send him to Lustria, because there will be a lot more buildings to be building there. Alright, let's try to get ourselves another nice little fight if we can. Oh, did I send the yes, I did send the convoy. I got worried for a second. Just remember that whole deliberation about the hunger and the special battle. Alright, and I believe we're good. Alright, what do we have here? So you guys can have 2 more skinks of the chameleon variety or 2 more, or more stalkers. I'm gonna say more stalkers because they're a little bit more versatile and, you know, we still need melee units. Especially to protect the ancient salamanders and stuff. Oh, actually I just remembered something. Go for Shadows Near. And what was that? Wait. Red-crested skink ready for duty. We need to kill a bunch of enemies in battle to get that spawning sequence. Yes, this we will do. And we also get some free stuff out of gaining a substantial income. Alright, and a free potion of healing. Beautiful. I'm concerned about this guy moving towards us slowly. It does look like we will need to build defenses there. They could very quickly take territory. Huh. Yeah, I was wondering whether we could get these guys to fight them, but I think probably not. There's Chaos Dwarfs nearby as well. Ooh, I'd love to fight them, but we have to finish up with these guys. And then the Corsairs of Spite afterwards. Alright, don't worry. We'll kill you later. Don't you worry. Auto resolve. And occupy. And this faction should be destroyed now. Apparently not, I lied. You're not collecting income, let's upgrade these places. Hopefully these guys don't take the opportunity to quickly attack it, though I wouldn't be surprised if they did. You are going to start with a growth building because this place does not have a lot of growth going for it. And then, oh, this will actually, the Temple of Brahmir will actually complete this territory. But these guys have 6 settlements, and apparently they start here. There's another oil rig. I didn't know that. Interesting. But, yeah, that means that they could, if they had an army there, potentially come down here, which is kind of annoying. But for now, that means we're not dealing with them. I'll let them keep fighting the Star-Guided and hope that it lasts them some time. Frankly, it's looking like we're going to need another army out there. Anyway, Izozan, you'll be able to catch Mr. Zheng Voidstalker by the looks of it. Digga, you will reinforce. And Tech Thief, you will thief some tech. As one does. And we're nearly done out here. Oh, actually, before anything else, I wanted to check the Confed. Yeah, still no dice. The factions have grown stronger, but it's okay. Generally speaking, I don't mind not confederating a million factions. Get what you can get. Anyway, go for this, and ooh, hopefully the Kulkan... I'm a little bit worried about these guys taking a massive amount of damage and dying to attrition. Like, really worried about it. You know what, I'm going to not risk it. Let's just manually fight this super quick. I'll just max speed it. It would be unfortunate to have grown these guys all the way from chicks to full-fledged riders and then, you know, immediately have them die here. For no reason. Alright, we should also get a couple more of the blessed units in here, but I'm only after Gorok. He's going to have to take priority, especially as there's a lot more enemies, and scary enemies at that, to be dealing with in Lustria. Anyway, you guys are going to march on forward. You guys are going to deploy behind the... Oh, I guess you can't. Alright, fair enough. Go here then. And we'll send all y'all through the breach. Well, it's not really a breach, but you know what I mean. And you guys can go this way with the rest of the cav, and I believe that's everybody, yes? Did I forget anybody? I think I did. Wait, unit of Saurus. Alright, go, go, go. Alright, and yeah, go for this. And summon. And summon. Just to distract them, you guys are on this way. Oh, one of you is rampaging. And I even know who. You. Cast. And the Waddle start focusing, and full speed, and you go after the enemy lord, and everybody just march on forward. Oh, I should have turned. Ooh, that's going to be a painful... Okay, never mind. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Alrighty, that's what I get for max speeding. You cast a Comet of Cassandora. You are now damaged. Okay, yep, max speed. Screwing with me. Alright, good. And everybody should be good. And damn you. He's done a good job of using up that, whatchamacallit. Searing Doom, that's the one. I'm trying to remember the name of the spell. Alright, destroy that one last unit, and we're good. Now, we took a little bit of damage, but certainly, probably, not as much as the damage that would have been dealt to these guys. And frankly, if I didn't max speed it, we would have taken 0 damage, but, you know. I'd rather save the extra few minutes. We will weave your bloodied hair into the tapestries of the council chamber. Ah, my bloodied hair is worthy of being in the tapestries of the council chamber. Not some dingy, I don't know, something. The nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. But yeah, I mean, genuinely speaking, that's you gotta be pretty worthy. Koran might have to explain that to Malekith himself. Anyway, we are going to take the money. Take the money. Alright, ally mission successful. Then Izozam, you're gonna channel, and then we'll heal as we move, and then you can channel as well. As you'll both be maxed out in mana. Lovely. And I guess we'll upgrade the Sinhal monolith while we're here, but we'll hold off on the floating gardens because they're kind of expensive, and I wanted to make sure that we built up the second tier of the Geomantic Spire, though again, stupidly expensive. You can go back to Nawantla, and it'll be upgradable to the Temple City next, and the southern jungles will follow afterwards. Lovely. So I guess there is still stuff for you to do here, Quetgar. Washti, why are you suffering attrition? Oh, you got mutagenic energied. Annoying as that is. And yeah, these guys have taken Sentinel of Time. Well, we just have to try to make sure that... They might move down to the Southern Sentinels, but it is a high-tier place. These guys are not quite broken. Maybe we can take this real quick and then go back up here. I wonder if Lord Skroak would be able to go to the marks of the old ones. Alright, go to Chupayodel. I'm gonna risk it. If we can take the Southern Sentinels before these guys can, then we don't have to betray them and kill them on... Oh, really? You're gonna kill off the Red Crests? Should have summoned that extra unit of Saurus, I guess. Is this worth fighting? I mean, it might be. Alright, let's move everybody else around. Actually, no, I want to fight it now. Like a proper cinematic fight. What do we have available to us here? Oh. Yeah, we're not really at rank 7 levels yet, so let's see. Enemy physical resistance reduction in the territory. That's not bad. Probably worth it. This gives you unbreakable as well. Yeah. It's not like we're... Well, on the one hand, it's not like we're likely to lose here with Gorok, but make it basically impossible to kill him as just... Well, Flock of Doom and Vissen's Wild Form, please, and we'll ignore the chieftains because they're going to another army. Alright. Huh. Wait, we just put a few points in some upgrades, and now it's going to kill off the Pterodon Riders, which I think it wasn't killing off before. Weird. Tremendously weird, but that's auto-resolve for you. Go. Alrighty, here we go, and would you look at that? No more Skaven corruption at Chupayodel means that we'll be able to see what the heck is going on against the rats. A lovely thing to, well, see. Anyway, the Plague Claw Catapults are the first order of the day, and the units of Poison Winds are the second. Not so much to kill them, but to distract them with that Skink Priest Avatar summon. And again, the ethereal and physical resistance nature of the summon means that the enemy will take a fair bit to deal with him, and the Riprodactyl summons has torn the enemy Plague Claws to shreds, though frankly the enemy having deployed them in the jungle there probably wouldn't have lent itself to them doing too much damage anyway. Anyway, the units of Pterodon Riders with Fire Leech Bolas start the day by dropping bombs and bolas alike on as many rats as possible to soften them up before Gorok arrives, with Saurus and Turtles in tow. Or perhaps the Saurus are in tow because the Turtles lead the line, though they didn't need to absorb hits this time around. Can't wait until they can fire back. I wonder, can they fire while moving? I guess we'll see. Alright, there we go. The Turtles take the charge from the enemy Plague Monks, and then the Saurus move through their ranks and start tearing through those Turtles themselves. These are our first Blessed Saurus with shields as well. Let's see. Well, I mean, they don't have that bleed contact effect on them, but since they do have their other abilities, their blessed spawning of Quetzal, they should be just fine. And they do have a lot of HP, even if their armor is low, so that means that the regeneration is quite valuable on them, plus a little bit of barrier offered by Gorok as well. Anyway, the battle is adjoined. We see Skink, Saurus, and Turtle alike face off against the enemy clan rats and such, while the enemy's backline is being torn to shreds and by our faster-moving units. The adorable little Archaeopteryx are going after the enemies that run or are out. That's the word. I could probably help against the other units as well. And yeah, somebody said that in the comments that the Archaeopteryx and like the real ones were about the size of a cat. So these guys are a fair bit bigger. In fact, they dwarf the rats by the looks of it. Anyway, speaking of the rats, it looks like most of them are now routing. Again, brave of them to sally out, but it looks like only the Plague Monks will be still in the fight, and then not for much longer. Bolas to the back, Saurus spears to the front. And of course, the Legion of Tlaqua with their glorious golden armor. Gotta love those shoulder pads and, I don't know, fine armor? I guess it's not really armor, it's probably just decoration on the back of the Saurus, but it's great. That's what I'm getting at. I wonder if the Kulkan Riders got the golden helmets on the birds. I wonder if the Chirpin Riders just get a howdah or they get some kind of golden elements on them. I love all the golden armor bits that everybody gets. But anyway, last unit of Plague Monks just about done for. And everybody's just in a little bit of a contest to see who can devour the last rat. I love the mix of units here, though. And all the colors. I mean, Lizardmen are generally a pretty colorful army with lots and lots of, those feathers and stuff, which is pretty great. It's one of the reasons that I really like Bretonnian armies, because of all that glorious barding on the knights. It's always great to watch them do their thing, because you can spot them. Again, camouflage is the color of fear and all that, but yeah, I digress. Decisive victory. No Lord Skrulk, unfortunately, but all good. Alright, there we go. A couple of the poor turts died, certainly, but otherwise, generally speaking, super minimal losses. The Fireleech builders did well, the Skinks did well, the Saurus did well, the Archaeopteryx did well. Everybody do good work. Occupy. Lovely. And the rat spawn sacrifice and accursed armor. Well, that's interesting. Now, who would we put that on? The massive loss of melee attack isn't great. The 200 armor and the loss of speed is interesting. But Gorok seems kind of appropriate to make him even more unkillable. But A, I'm pretty sure he has his own armor, the Shield of Eons, and B, he doesn't really need to be even slower, does he? Kind of iffy. And A, spawning sacrifice or whatever that was. Good. Skink Chiefs, admittedly, I've found plenty of use for you, but again, you're going to a different army, so you're not technically needed here. You out, and blessed spawning of a spear in. And then immediately we will also give you that same upgrade, which was the blessing of Quetzal. Like so, there we go, at least some of the alignments. I really wish that you could get the alignments up to like 200, so just like keep a few in the bank, at least a few. Ooh, the level 3 or tier 3 on the Cherubins, getting closer now. Lovely. Now these red crests are high level. We need to take them out of this army to put other stuff in, but you know, we can't right now, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Alrighty, and then Washti, you are able to recruit the lizards here. How close are we to recruitment ability? 1 turn, alright, and then we can recruit stuff. Beautiful, alright, it's been taking a while to get there, admittedly, but, you know, all good. We don't have much money to spend, so I don't imagine we'll be able to build too much stuff. Chupayodel, alright, don't collect the income here. I'll start with the gold mining pit. Lost Valley we can ignore for now. Well, actually, there's nothing to build there right now anyway, so yeah. Let's upgrade Talash, and I was going to go for the Croxagor Skink Favelas here. Yeah, do it. And looks like we're good. Alrighty, easy enough. Gonna be a quick end turn. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time, I think, to fight another fight. I'm excited about getting those Manticuda riders. Hopefully, we're able to get them with this, and then not the next level of expedition, but I guess we'll find out in 4 turns. Also, I hope I didn't forget anything else, but yeah. Action is certainly rising in strength. Yeah, don't worry, we're going to be using a lot more of the new... What are you not liking? Oh, you don't like the treaties with Camry. No, thanks. Yeah, we're going to be using a lot more of the new beasties with the 2nd army that splits off from the aquatic army here soon. I know it takes time to get these things up and running, but, you know, we got a lot of... we got our fingers in a lot of pies here. Or as I said, or as I said in the last orc campaign, got our fingers in a lot of squigs, which was an unfortunate turn of phrase, but I'm sticking by it. This is the way that it is. It's kind of like how I got What Up My Freaks in the very early days of the channel as well. Anyway, what do we have here? More melee defense again? I'm gonna say more melee defense. Much as I love the extra armor, go for the melee defense. And Gold Tooth destroyed. Oh wow. Sucks to be them. Sucks to have been them. Hey, sequence of projected presence is now up and running. More spawning sequence per turn. That's nice. More blessed units. Bus spawning pool capacity is not bad either. Next, it's giving us sequence of projected presence. Oh, that was tableau spawning, whatever. I just want to see... Yeah, we could get the herbal poisons first. All enemies have lowered speed by 20%. That's, just generally speaking, pretty darn valuable to us. No doubt about it. And, that's where their other army is. So I guess they're going to try to head down to retake Suryapuri. I guess we could risk taking a turn of attrition by popping ourselves into ambush stance, but guaranteeing that we take these guys out. And then looping back around to deal with the Corsairs of Spite. Worth our time and effort. Anyway, you are going here and you'll... Looks like you'll be fighting a full stack once we reach this. Which is not a bad thing. As it'll mean one nice fight for you here, at least guaranteed. And then maybe by the time you're there, Tyrannicon will be back up and running. Couldn't risk him dying after we had renamed him after all. Oh, you can now recruit. Okay, so definitely we need 2 of these. Oh, wow. So with the recruitment reduction, it's still 2.5k to recruit? Good lord, that's all of our money. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We need the Basti with Reeve of Crystals for Gorok's army. We'll trade out some of the Chameleon Stalkers and some other stuff. And then you with the, well, they besieged Southern Sentinels, which is exactly what we didn't want. We're gonna have to betray you, aren't we? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's no landmarks here, so it's not the biggest of deals, but it's just gonna bother me. Again, we could give them Rakarth's, well actually we can only give them one of Rakarth's territories, so if you take more than the Sentinels of Time, that's gonna be no dice. Now the real question is, can we... I mean, I guess we're gonna have to risk it. You, Gorok, you're gonna have to set sail. Go here, land at the Monument of Thunder. We'll deal with these guys and we'll loop back around. I'm not waiting for these guys to besiege the place. And then you can go southward and join these armies. For the purpose of actually buffing up our skinks. Anyway, I believe, folks, we're, well, got a little bit more time. Very, very little, but we might be able to end another turn, see if we get another one of those lovely dilemmas. And another turn moving forward towards the more elite units. One of the reasons I'm trying to get through more turns rather reasonably quickly. Oh, also, I wanted a couple more of the Blessed Skink cohorts with javelins for this particular army. And that's not changed. So, oh, we only have capacity for one? Alright, well, we'll get the other one afterwards. How soon, I wonder? One turn. Alright, I think we can manage to wait that long. Yeah, we want at least 4, and then maybe a few of the regular ones to support, because they'll have the poison chucking as opposed to the frostbite chucking. 55 melee defense, pretty solid. It's gonna climb higher as well. Alright, and I believe that's all we can do for now, so that's another end turn. Oh, I love how quick these end turns go, though. Absolutely fantastic. I got so used to Old World's ultra-long end turns, man. And minus 32, okay, so no dice there. I'm not gonna militarily align with these guys as yet. Mostly because I don't want them to declare war against Rakarth or the Blooded Wanderers and then draw us into a relatively unnecessary fight. I say relatively because we will need to eventually declare war on them and punt them out of Lustria. But now is not the time. Alright, looks like no attacks from Clan Spittle, which might mean we are safe-ish. Alright, Confederation. Ah, the Northern Provinces are really confederating a lot of territories. Ah, damn, they did take the Southern Sentinels. Yeah, you're gonna have to die now, because you have 2 territories within our... Yeah, definitely gonna have to die. Oh well, what can you do? On the bright side, it means fighting some Tomb Kings, which we otherwise won't be doing. On the less bright side, these guys won't be super happy about us betraying them. But oh well. Pestilens destroyed and ready for duty Tyrannicon. Rite of Awakening. Ah, I got another slan. Alright, do it immediately. And ooh, more blessed, more sacred spawning. We have to pick a lore. Okay, obviously we don't do beasts and we don't do heavens because we can already get those. We are looking to do a fire-themed army soon. I'm gonna say fire. And, okay, I wish it would have showed us what gen it is. Oh, it's the it's another 4th gen. Oh, game. We already have a 4th gen. Come on, man. Not that I dislike the stock ability. Actually, technically speaking, both of our convoy armies are fire armies, as somebody in the comments pointed out, because they have that blessing of Chotek. Anyway, with that, unfortunately, we are out of time, and I am going to call this party... Another Skull Island appeared. Okay, that's a guaranteed nice fight for Gorok after he takes the Star Tower and the Fuming Serpent, and frankly, he had to go up here to grab these islands as well anyway. And, oh, that'll be a good time for the 10 turns of these guys being... betrayed by us to elapse. And we can quickly take these territories from them and then just peace out with them. If we destroy a few of their armies. The only thing is that they might move to some of our poorly defended territories. I was going to say properties. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, next time we wipe out the Tzeentchans at the Never-Ending Chasm. We continue to wipe out the, whatever these guys were called, the Scourgeborn with Tiktaq'to, and then start moving on to fighting the Corsairs of Spite in Ind before fighting the Chaos Dwarfs and some other stuff, and then maybe moving towards the Poxmakers of the Shattered Stone Isle, though I don't know whether we'll have Tiktaq'to go there or move southward to Koresh. And then, of course, building up our economy so we can split off some stuff and then get a few more of the new units that we now have available. Especially the Parasaur riding teams and the Ceropods, mostly to get the Ceropod riding teams as well. Do the Omicants have riding teams? I guess we'll find out. Oh, and we'll need the riding teams or the gunners on the Cherubins, but yeah. We're working on it, takes a bit. Anyway, stay tuned for more Tiktaq. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially if you're enjoying this upload schedule and if you are enjoying this particular mod. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.